This video tutor explains the topic on slicing, and to be precise, string slicing. What is slicing? Extracting a subset of elements from an original set is what is known as slicing. Or in other words, extracting a part of a sequence from an original sequence is what is known as slicing. And what is string slicing? Extracting a substring from an original string is what is known as string slicing. So let me explain string slicing using an example. You consider the string s is equal to computer science. So you know that the string variable s is pointing to the string computer science. In the computer's memory, the string is stored like this. There is forward indexing. So for the first character, the index is 0. For the next character, the index is 1, and so on. For the last character, the index is number of characters present in this string minus 1. 16 characters are there, including the space character. So for the last character, the index is 16 minus 1, that is 15. Now negative indexing is also there, so you can use minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. Now the slicing operator is this. Okay, inside square bracket, the lower index followed by colon followed by upper index. Okay, this is a slicing operator used in Python. So what is the meaning of s of 0 colon 16? This operator returns all the characters starting with the index 0, which means this character, and ending with the 16 minus 1, that is 15. So ending with the index 15, which means this character. So all the characters starting with the index 0 and ending with the index 15, that is all these characters are returned, which means you get the original string. Okay, so the output of this statement is the original string. Certainly it is a string, and hence it must be inside double quotes. One more example. What is the output of this statement? You know the answer. The slicing operator returns all the characters starting with the index 2, so this one, and ending with the index 7 minus 1, that is 6. Okay, so these characters or this substring is returned as answer. So you get the answer, this one. Certainly it is a string, it should be inside double quotes. One more example. What is the output of this one? All the characters starting with the index minus 13, so negative indexing, this one. And ending with the index minus 6 minus 1, that is minus 7. So all the characters starting from P to 6, which means this substring is returned as answer. Okay, you get the substring. Certainly it should be inside double quotes. Everywhere it should be inside double quotes. So please understand one thing. Starting with this index, you can only move forward. You cannot move backward. Please understand that. Okay. One more example. What is the output of this statement? All the characters starting with index minus 5, okay, and ending with the index minus 11 minus 1 minus 12. So from this starting point you cannot move backward. From the starting point you can only move forward, which means this is not a valid statement. So this one returns empty string. Error is not returned as answer. So if you give invalid statements like this, the answer is empty string. So please make a note of this one. Okay, so starting with index minus 5, ending with the minus 11 minus 1, that is minus 12. So you can, from the starting point you cannot move backwards. You have to move forward. So this is an invalid statement. It does not result in an error. Please understand that the answer returned is empty string. So if you make use of invalid statements, the answer is empty string. It may come for short answer type question. Now what about the output of this one? The first index is missing. So if the first index is missing, by default it is taken as index 0. Okay, so starting with the index 0 and ending with the index 16 minus 1, that is 15. So which means you get the complete string. The original string is returned as answer. Computer science. Again, what about the output of this one? The second index is missing. The second index is missing. So if the second index is missing, it is taken till the end. Please understand like this. So starting with index 0 till the end. So which means you get the complete string. Okay. If the second index is missing, that is taken as till the end. So you get the same answer, computer science. Now what about this one? What is the output of this statement? Again the same thing. Starting with index 7. The second index is missing, so till the end. So this substring, this sequence of characters returned as answer. You can see. Okay. Again, what is the output of this one? This substring, because slicing operator returns substring as answer, isn't it? So this substring should be concatenated with this substring. That is the resultant answer. Okay, so what about this one? All the characters starting with index 4 till the end, because second index is missing. So starting with index 4 till the end. So you get this. Okay, let me write it here. Yeah. Now that should be concatenated with. Concatenation means place them together. Here the first index is missing. So it is taken as index 0. And the second index is 4. So all the characters starting with index 4 to 4 minus 1, 3. So this substring is returned as answer by this statement. Okay, let me write the substring here. So this substring, which is this one, is concatenated with this substring, which is nothing but this one. So your final answer is this. And certainly it should be inside double quotes or single quotes. Now what about the output of this one? It's an interesting statement. Okay, it's a rule. Please make a note of this one. The first index is missing, so index 0. 2, index 4 minus 1, 3. So you get this substring as answer. This statement returns this substring as answer. Let me write it here. Yeah. So this substring written here. Now that should be concatenated with this one. And what's the meaning of this one? Starting with index 4. Okay. Till the end. Second index is missing, meaning till the end. So this substring is returned as answer by this statement. Let me write it here. So you can see the result of this statement is the original string. Isn't it? Computer science, the original string. So it's a rule. You can remember like this. S of the first index is missing, colon n, plus S of n colon is the original string. Original string means whatever S is pointing to, you will get that. So S of colon n plus S of n colon will give you S, the original string. It's a rule, and this may come for short answer type question. Next one, S of 8 colon. So what is the meaning of this one? All the characters starting with index 8 till the end. So the first one is space character. Okay, so space character till the end. Let me write it here. Yeah. Now followed by a comma. It is not concatenation operator, comma. Followed by this string. Okay, what's the meaning of this one? The starting index is missing, so by default it is 0. 0 to 8 minus 1. So it is 0 to 7. So you get this substring or this sequence of characters. Let me write it here. Okay, so the answer is inside round brackets you can write this substring 1 comma substring 2. It's a sequence of elements. This is technically known by the name tuple. One full chapter deals with tuple. I will explain what tuple later. Okay, so for the time being, please understand it is a sequence of elements, so it should be inside round brackets. Don't bother about this. I will explain tuple in detail later. Okay, so this is string slicing. So the slicing operator is this, and what string slicing does is a substring is extracted from a complete string. Okay, that is what slicing is.